Wait, I think my live stream is online. Let me see. Yeah, guys, welcome to my live stream and thank you for 14K subscribers or subscriptions. I appreciate that a lot. So, thank you all for supporting me and yeah, watching my videos. Binge watch them through, like I always say. And yeah, a big thank you goes to my patrons, which are supporting me as an artist, personal, but of course, this channel here and the patron channel as well. And yeah, if you want to join my patron for supporting me, you are welcome. And of course, you can learn from the courses on Patreon as well. So here is the uh, page link um, to my Patreon, and you are welcome to join just for 1 month, whatever you want, how long you want. And there is some kind of program I'm working on, and yeah, please support this channel so we all of us can grow as artists or and as people maybe together. Yeah, and a lot of thanks go, of course, to my patrons, and especially Ian, Marcelo, Nemeth, Kilian, Sarah, and Casper. And special thanks, of course, to my former supporters, um, like Silent Seven, Michael, Sebastian, Jamie, Melissa, and many others. Maybe I didn't get everyone, but yeah, thank you guys a lot for subscribing, for supporting, and for watching, and of course for participating in some programs. Like I'm always like let me turn the camera a little bit. I always need some input, of course, to talk about, and some models. I can give feedback on it from the patrons. So thank you for sharing with me. And today I want to create this samurai from an artwork, and it will be just a bust. Um, Of course, this artwork is a full body concept, but I want to focus more on the head because I wanted to create the hair a little bit. Um, yeah, and the mask. So yeah, let's let's go. And of course, you can participate in the chat if you want, and ask whatever you want to know. And I will start here with the head as always. And I place, like, first I place placeholders for the ears and for the nose. like this. And when I have my base mesh for the head, maybe I can place the neck. And don't worry when it looks some kind of like not final at the like first stages. It's absolutely normal. I left the eyes here from this guy here. I like to use this character actually for, I mean, the eyes or the mouth. So you are welcome to use like pre-built stuff. And I bring my character in some kind of same position as the artwork. Just for like for proportions. First thing I care about are the proportions and maybe major landmarks on the character. Then the eyes could be a bit bigger. On the local axis. I will see if these eyes work or not. I mean, it's a some kind of anime type face, so the eyes should be a bit bigger, but I don't know if like really round eyes like this work for a piece like this, or maybe not. I will see it. And we do not see a lot of this like lower jaw, lower face. So we have to like eyeball it a little bit like this. So we have some kind of natural flow on the face, on the head. I forgot to get the reference at the side. So let me open it on the side. Yeah, and like I said, we do not see a lot from the lower jaw or the lower part of the face, so we do not have to create it actually, because some like when you need it, when he takes off his mask, of course, but you can leave it like without. And I think I will focus on the eyes first. Higher subdivisions and first first strokes with like I'm just placing some kind of landmarks, like the second layer of detail. Let me place just the eyeballs more as a round sphere. Anime type characters are special to do because yeah, because they have really big eyes and you get sometimes some like trouble to do it on the corner of the eyes, or you can get some trouble there. Of course, it looks strange at the beginning. Don't worry. This will be different. Like we will change it soon. And of course, without mask and without hair, it doesn't work too much. So I will place some hair early in the process. I make the hairline a little bit like flatter because it starts flat and goes up. Yeah, we have sunset on the stream and Halia. So welcome, guys. Let me just finish something here, and then I come to your question. I place these parts early in the process, like hair strands and this stuff, because this is like the major parts of the face. Um, so don't worry when I do it like very early. It's totally normal because I need something for the face to work on. And of course, it's a samurai because I told you already that I will be on vacation next week in Japan, and I thought it's like very nice to get to do a samurai here, and to do, of course, a stylized character again because I didn't do stylized characters for some weeks, some months already, and yeah, I thought it's a good opportunity to do some stylized characters again. Let me place like some kind of strands there, which I can work with like randomly first. So they grow out. Don't worry when they are straight like this. We will bring them more into shape, like get some random forms there and then move them and play into place. Like this. Okay, and then of course they are still in the same spotlight. Um, you have to, of course, turn them a little bit and then create a nice curve like they are coming from a bun. Like this. So random, some kind of randomness there. And of course, you need a lot. Like his bun is open and produces like this huge volume of hair. And Smiley is on the stream. Let me read your comment. Um, Halia is asking, how long have you been studying 3D? I was in art school for 3 years. I started before art school for some years, like just modeling and trying out. But my education was for 3 years in an art school. And let me see. And of course, through like projects and work, I learned a lot 3D as well. So I'm in the industry for about 12 years, 11 or 12 years now. So since 12 years, since 2012, I'm in the industry, 3D industry, and I'm, yeah, still learning a lot. So learning 3D and art in general is an ongoing process. So actually, when you want to learn 3D, you will never like be I mean, you have to develop further and further. And I didn't just learn 3D as an artist, but I was drawing a lot, comic books and this stuff. Of course, not professional. But my professional career started like 2012, I think. Uh, And the other comment, Vinayak is on the stream. Welcome. And the other comment from Smiley. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. So please watch as much as you can from my channel and of course from other channels. Support other channels if you want too, because you can learn a lot from just like watching and maybe doing the same thing, like the same artwork and repeat the process. Some kind of repeat, of course. Of course, you develop your own working style, your own, not style, I mean how it looks. I mean working style, maybe something works for you better, something worse. I'm not using like every single thing I learned so far. I mean, as I when I did a like tutorial, I didn't and I learned something, I do not use it maybe for some reason, I don't know. So yeah, you have to some kind of mix your skill set a little bit together. And you will develop like your own working style, your own working uh, your own way to see things actually. Now I'm working on more of the flow of the hair. Just a little bit, like I said, I want to have a better understanding the character first. I told it already that I focus a lot. The first thing I do is focusing a lot on the face. And here on this character, the face is covered, of course. And the hair is very, very important for this character. So some kind of flow is important. And yeah, and of course, when you like compare or when you watch Speed Character, the channel of Nico, um, when you watch him and you compare it with my channel, or when you compare me with him, it's of course a huge honor for me because Nico has a lot of experience in working in the industry. And yeah, it's an honor for me to be named like side by side with a person like Nico, who is very, very experienced and who has, of course, a very loyal followership on his channels. So yeah, I hope you enjoy my work as much as his, and of course, I did see his videos as well, and I like his videos. I like his work a lot. He's working like faster than me because he has like his own philosophy on design and this stuff. And yeah, like I said, you will develop your own philosophies, how you see things, how you work, how you how you analyze artwork and this stuff. Uh, so it has a question. What's your take on AI taking over art industry? Yeah, I like to talk about the AI thing when I talk with my wife, for example, about the industry, about my future in the industry. I actually talk a lot about it. Maybe not on stream, but in the private areas. Um, yeah, and what's my take on this subject? Actually, it's not easy to come to a conclusion because we are in so AI is just developing right now. So we are actually inside of an like an impact. Okay. Uh, it's like a meteor is hitting the surface of the ear of the Earth, and we are standing right in in the middle, like, and we have actually no idea if we die out or if we make it like make like a symbiosis with the or symbiotic living with AI. We do not know actually, especially art industry, but there are, I think, at least 10 or 20 other like industries in danger. So it's not just art, it's actually everything that has to do with language, everything that has to do with mathematics or with programming. I mean, there are a lot like countries which are very dependent on digitalization, like on programming, like India and China and these countries. They are very, very dependent. Their industry is very dependent on this industry, and I think they are losing. Maybe they are losing a lot, like a lot from this development. But like I said, we are standing right in front of the impact of the like meteor that is hitting us, and we have actually no idea where it's going. And on one hand, it's like very exciting. On the other hand, it's very frustrating, of course. And I think when you are, as a human, when you are like really into the industry, don't give up. I think we shouldn't give up. It's the worst thing we can do when we give up on the like. We have no idea how much of impact it will have like on the long term. I know there are many layoffs right now in the industry, and I think it's something that no one like talks about, but I think it's because of AI. Like the industry is telling us like, oh, we are not using AI. No, no, don't worry. But in the like in the back in the back rooms, they are already using AI for yeah, concept art and like programming or whatever language. So yeah, this is my take on the AI thing. Um, we will see what will happen next. Like I said on other streams, that I think AI will be like mm, doing the full process, and maybe I had a thought on it. Maybe I have to write it down first because I forgot a lot of things that I wanted to say about this subject. My thought was like, and maybe I cannot articulate it right now, but let me try. My thought was like, I think AI will not just hurt us as humans, but it will hurt itself as creator. Like, just as an example, someone was asking on the stream if I like last time I think If I would sell printables like STLs, and I tried it, I sold some, and I figured out that many of my STLs were stolen by other people, and they were sold by other people, and they are like, and they are stealing actually. Okay, and I think, and these people who are stealing are thinking like, oh, I steal always from this person, but actually this person is hurting not just me as a seller, as a producer. This person is um, actually hurting the whole industry of, yeah, STL developer or STL producers. And actually, he is this stealer, this yeah, person who steals. How to, I don't know how this is called in English, but this person who steals the STLs actually hurts uh, uh, his own business of stealing things, because actually I, as a STL producer, I'm like, okay, I'm out. This person is stealing, or these persons are stealing from me, and I'm out. And this industry of like STL producer and someone who steals the STLs, this data um, is going away. Like, okay, I hope this makes sense for you. So the conclusion for the AI is actually AI is stealing, and artists are going like are like, okay, I'm out. I'm not producing new art, or I'm not posting new art. I'm just working on like I'm just yeah, like I said, I'm not producing any more art, because AI is much better than me and much faster and much whatever. And actually, AI is hurting itself because it doesn't get input anymore. Okay, from creative artists, from creative people. So actually, it's hurting itself because it can't like develop itself. Okay, because it's just able to create from, I mean, steal from other artists and create from there. So it's very, very like complicated thoughts on my side. I hope it makes sense for you, and I hope it will be like this, that AI will like hurt itself because it gets no any of new input, anything of new input, and hurts itself, and goes like into a position where it's just a tool and not like a replacement of human uh, yeah, of human artistic skills. Okay, let me read your comments further. What advice would you give to newbies? Um, and is it better to immediately go to a mentor, or buy books, or and courses? Actually, I would I would like tell to a newbie to, I mean, when you do not have access to a art school, I would say get at least some advices from a mentor, from a coach, I mean, a coach is not like, he's not telling you draw this line and this line and this line and whatever. There are some firemen outside. It's a little bit noisy. Okay, a coach is not telling you doing things. Okay, oh, I mean, draw it like this or draw it like this. A coach is like giving you a direction. Okay, so it's very good to have a mentor at the beginning, right at the start, um, and to have like a direction where you can. I mean, when it's a good coach, he gives you direction in which direction you are, and you can develop, or you should develop. Like, not in what kind of industry. This is something you figure out on your own. But when you want to be a like character artist, what are the basics of learning, basics of, I don't know. This is very, very important to have a coach for. I think I will create it like just from this perspective, because normally I would like develop here more volume and this stuff. I think I stick for now on this like view. It's enough happening there. I have a good idea, but you see how much time it takes to place these strands. So take your time and do not hurry, do not rush this process of creating these strands. Yeah, this is some kind of my biggest advice to a newbie. Get a mentor or a coach as soon as possible. I mean, on my program, it's not that expensive, actually. For some people, it's more expensive. For some people, it's less expensive. I give direction to my students. And of course, I teach, like in a live stream, I teach basics, but actually I have some um, I have some um, pre-recorded videos about art fundamentals. I place a volume here, and I want to use it for the mask. I do it like I have some volume there, so this is why I place the nose. I do not like work it out like with nostrils and this stuff. Um, and just create a basic mask there. Yeah, something like this. Okay. And of course, the eyelids look still strange. So let me refine them a little bit more. I pinch them a little bit more down and bring them in some kind of animate type shape. Anime is, of course, always really, really hard to realize in 3D, because because of the big eyes, and actually the eyes on anime characters are flat, but on 3D you have always a like bent curve, like front face. It's really hard to get it right in 3D. So when you start doing 3D, do not start with anime type of characters or stylized characters. It's very, very hard to realize them. Start with realistic stuff and learn like the basics of anatomy. But in realistic, I mean realistic stuff, you see it all. You see it everywhere. That's why I tend to teach or learn realistic stuff first. Realistic anatomy, for example. And then you can mix like more stylization, less stylization, and this stuff. Mhm. Yeah, Vinayak is asking, can you give some tips for studying anatomy? Yes, like I said, study reality first. Real, like, real anatomy, real people. Do not start with anime type or with stylized characters like this. It's really, really hard to get it right. Like here, his eyes are very far separated, and you have to figure out how it works on the face like this. And you can, of course, mix and abstract like this. The eyes are too far out. I mean, it will not look like this, especially in 3D. Of course, I can make it flat like fake 3D, but it will work just like a fake. And I want to create it more like a 3D character. Oh, this is a hard question by Smiley. Let me read through. Do you think that 3D sculpting is more about memorization of the forms or experience of the creation of them? It's a very, very hard question. Actually, so when I got your question right is 3D sculpting more about like yeah, memorization, like when you do things and then you recall these like skills? I hope I get your question right, but it's a very, very tough question. So actually, like muscle memory is very, very important in art in general. That's why artists have to practice a lot. So I think, yes, it's one of the most important things to practice and memorize things. Like I don't like watch a lot when I create a character like this. I do not watch a lot like books about anatomy and this stuff. So this is what I memorize. I just I mean I have enough like experience to not always have to do this. I'm watching books and references only for detailing, but the overall like shapes I have them in my visual library in my brain. Okay, so I'm not always watching uh, for references like oh how do I do the eyes I watch in the book and then I make the eyes or how do I do this in this shape. Okay, so you have to have a visual library in your brain. You have to have a lot of experience, and for this you have to practice a lot. It's like uh, driving a car, if I can say it like this. It's like driving a car. You are not always telling like, oh, now I have to switch the shift, or now I have to go left and right and this stuff, and now I have to push the brakes. Um, you are just doing it by practicing. You have your experience in doing in driving, like. So yeah, it's very, very important to memorize things, of course. Because actually in the industry, when you are in the studio, you will not get the chance like, oh, I have to do a character. I am employed as a character artist, but I have to like watch first. Uh, so the project has to be to stand still, so I can watch some uh, tutorials how to create whatever. I don't know, anatomy, for example. Of course, when you have so like special things, nobody knows. I mean, like I don't know if you want to use MetaHuman from Epic. Of course, you have to watch tutorials, and your employer has to know that you need some references or like tutorials. Like a studio has to know it. But actually, when you are doing like basic character stuff, you have to have this practice already when you apply to a job. Like basics, like how is flow working? How is like when you have flowing hair, how it's working? Actually, how volume is working and this stuff. These are basics, and this is like 99% of your entire know-how of yeah, art, your art skill sets. So no one will like wait for you until you got like the tutorial how to draw a line, for example. Okay, so you have to have the skill set already when you apply. That's why studios want like experienced artists. Of course, there are many like stupid things happening, like I already told, that they are watching uh, for a, I don't know, 20-year-old veteran. It's actually a joke because where to get this person, but uh, yeah, basically they seek like for experienced artists. I hope this helps you a little bit with uh, your question and with your development. Of course, answers like this are very like, okay, it's not A and B, and not B. Like it's not this or this. It's like you have to make your conclusion on your own and make your experiences on your own. So first what I do is I place these strands from this perspective, and then I watch for some flow. So they are not just stiff, like from this perspective. From this perspective, I get a lot of flow, but from this perspective, they are just stiff. So I watch for this here to get some flow in there. Some kind like this. And yeah, I'm spending a lot of time on the hair here. I know it, but actually it's something this character needs. More questions. Let me. Instuck is on the stream, and you have a comment. Seems like we have an interesting conversation today. Yeah, I hope so. And you mean, I think, the uh, AI theme I was talking about. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like I said, we are like in like in the sun ray. Okay, so the AI is blinding us, and we are thinking like, oh wow, there is a new technology, and we can profit. Everyone can profit from it, and some are profiting from it. Even I try some like AI tools out. It's no secret, and it's absolutely okay. I mean, I will not. I don't want to support AI like on my channel, but of course there is some yeah AI stuff happening. Like I use, for example, when I get a artwork which is really blurry, I get to a AI upscaler tool. I think I think I can do it in Photoshop the same way, but it takes more time. So it's okay to do it with the AI. But I will not use AI generated images on my channel. This is what I uh, I hope I can. I hope I mean I can. Like I was watching for artworks, and I thought like some one artwork I liked, and I thought like, oh, it's a cool artwork. I want to use it. And then I think 20 minutes before the stream, I was realizing, oh, this is AI art, an artwork from generated by AI, and I had to switch. So of course, it can happen that you do not realize that you are using AI or whatever, or like AI upscaling. I mean, it's okay. I think doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt actually an artist or someone else. But yeah, interesting and interesting thing. Like I said, interesting thing happening with our industry in general. I mean, some layoffs are happening again uh, in the company who is doing GTA, and I think it's because of AI. So, like I said, nobody is talking about it. I mean, the industry, like the big companies, are not talking about it, but I think they are using a lot of AI already. That's why these layoffs are happening. Yeah, like on a personal level, like a live translator is something different from like I would never pay someone who is translating me in Japanese like you are telling like I'm not I'm not rich enough to pay someone. So I think when I use like Google Translate or an AI voice to translate my my conversation, I think I will never or I will not hurt anybody because I would not yeah employ someone or pay someone to translate it anyway. So I don't know if you have something that you would like I wouldn't do it anyway, so if I do it with AI, it doesn't matter actually. I don't know. Actually, it's a very tough uh, theme or thing to talk about. Of course, some like companies can tell like, oh, we wouldn't employ you anyway, so doesn't matter if we use AI then. Actually, not. So it's hard hard to tell what's wrong or right or like many people are like, oh, it's wrong to use it, but actually no one knows if it's wrong or not. And we as humans have to experience this thing. I think we have to experience this thing, and we cannot come to a conclusion like immediately. I know we want to like to ban everything immediately, like we ban uh, microtransactions from our games immediately, but maybe it's a saver. Let me. It's getting a little bit hot here. maybe we miss an opportunity when we ban things immediately. We miss the opportunity to develop like into a complete new industry. I don't know. So I'm against about banning everything immediately, like microtransactions. No, I don't like them. I want my uh, normal like payment system. But just because I do not like it, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. Okay, with the eyebrows, like I said, the artwork is pretty flat actually, and it's uh, you have to develop the face actually in 3D. That's why we are 3D designers. We are designing from a 2D artwork, a 3D object. Okay, so don't forget that this process takes very long. Of course, there are many people who have a lot of experience doing so. And of course, I'm talking at the same time. So let me. But you have pretty interesting questions. Let me figure out what works here. And of course, these are separated pieces. That's why I get this ring around the eye, which is looking strange. That's why when you are okay with the overall like shapes and looks, you can of course combine uh, the the shapes to um, you can combine these shapes to make more a smooth transition between eyes and head. So I think I will do it. Dynamesh, and then you can create a smoother transition here. Of course, I didn't work on stylized characters for some months already, so I have to practice a little bit again. And let me see your comments. Halia, you switched your you were like studying sculpting since 2021, and then you switched because of lagging of self-confidence. And I'm curious what you do now when you switched. So you are not in the industry anymore, right? I think, I don't know, I think the eyes are still too big. I do not like it too much. Because he doesn't look like an adult with these big eyes. He looks like a kid. I don't like this inflate button because it's very like when you click one time that you get a huge inflation. Okay. Yeah, Halia, you returned to sculpting again. I missed okay, of course your comment. You returned to sculpting again, and you have the problem to understand when to use Dynamesh. Actually, you do not have to use any of these functions anywhere. I mean, anywhere or never actually. So you have to develop like an understanding for it and to develop like a you have to learn that you are the one who is actually deciding when to use what. Okay, so it's something that you will never learn from a course when to use what. Okay, this is something you have to develop on your own. I cannot tell you like, oh, this is the step where you use Dynamesh and never again. Okay, so you can use it, of course, whenever you want. It depends always on what do you want to do. So, like I mentioned already that, whoops, I mentioned already that design is always decision making, and you decide on your own what to do. For example, I stretched out my polygons here, and I need some clear polygons there because I cannot use it like this. That's why I'm using Dynamesh like this. Okay, so I decided on my own when do I do it or when do I need it. Or for the ear, as an example, when I carve in my forms like this, Then of course I need some like resolution there because I'm losing detail a lot. And that's why I use Dynamesh. And now I have my details or some more polygons there I can use for more detailing. But of course I can like use whatever, I don't know, like ZBrush. I can use, let me see, subdivision levels, this stuff. So it doesn't mean that I need to, that I'm forced to use Dynamesh. For example, now I have my resolution there, and now I use subdivision levels for more resolution because, of course, um, subdivision levels are a bit like not so heavy for the graphics card. And now I define some sharper edges for this more like stylized look. Of course, it's not final. I just experimenting. I'm defining some sharper edges more. And yeah, like I said, it's a development process. You do not have to do these sharp edges on your character. It depends always on what kind of character you are working on. I think the eyebrows can be more narrow, more together. And I have some good news. After my vacation, I will be working on a game project. I cannot tell you what game this is, but it's like some kind of look development. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to work with this team. I think it will be a pretty cool experience for me, and I hope I can tell you more about the project in the future. I'm defining more sharper edges. And yeah, like I said, I'm not happy with the eyes because they are too round there. Maybe I have to repeat this process, like, I think, and this is something you have to deal with. Like, I built them back like this, smooth it out, and oh, I it's unfortunate. Of course, I lost the previous eyelids. So let me repeat this process one more time, like this. And like this, and yeah, like I said, it's a development process. So you have to be able to repeat this process over and over. That's why you need a lot of experience, of course. Mhm. Yeah, it would take you 1.5 hours to get at this stage. It's absolutely okay to take your time. Do not rush this process, and with time you will get enough experience. And not all, I mean, I'm not always like happy with the outcome, and I have to rework something maybe. So it's absolutely normal to not be happy with the outcome immediately. Yeah, don't rush this process. Especially when you are a student, especially when you are learning, you have to spend a lot of time. And of course, there is a lot of things that are missing here on this art piece or on this character here. Um, so no need for rushing things. I think I would create a front view from this mask, like by drawing by hand, and Like I did it on the tribal princess character I was working some months ago. I drew this mask she is wearing at the side. And of course, there as well, it was a development process. I didn't do it like in 2 hours. Especially stylized characters need a lot of time to develop because you do not have like images of real people you can use. And you have a 2D art that has to work in 3 dimensions. Halia, yes, I do mentoring and coaching on Patreon. So please visit my Patreon if you want to know more about it. And yeah, like I said, of course, it costs a little bit, but actually, I hope you get a lot from it. And like I told, I'm not acting like a teacher who is teaching like make a stroke this way or make a stroke this way. It's more like, yeah, mentoring. I try to bring you into your like direction which you need and which you are, yeah, feel like comfortable with, like for your career, I mean. And of course, I'm not teaching just 3D artists. I had a 2D artist which I coached towards a um, portfolio. So I assist him with his portfolio. I gave him feedback for his portfolio because he was creating a 2D portfolio. always save your progress. This is something I really recommend because you can lose your progress. I mean your, yeah, your progress. And yeah, now I'm doing some hard surface sculpting. You can model, of course, your hard surfaces how you want. I like more like sculpting because it's more freeform, and like I'm more free in developing the surface. It should go more to the eyes like this. So watch for this curvature here. It's very, very important to get this curvature right, to get this feeling of the character right. So do not miss it. Do not create it just like something. Create it so it looks like the actual character. And of course, you can get some inspiration by real masks. I'm doing it just from the artwork. But maybe you lose some like form or proportions, like with the chin, but make sure you create it first, like you want to, and then of course you can correct the proportions. That's why I love to work in ZBrush. You always can like just push and pull things around and correct the mistakes you're doing in the process. Something like this. Baha S. Ersatz is on stream. Sorry when I lost you for some minutes or left you for some minutes. You're welcome. You're telling that I told something that helped you. Yeah, you're welcome. If you have any questions, please let me know. And King Wolfman has a comment. King Wolfman, you are asking a very good question. Um, so you do not go to a college and you like more being a self-taught artist, and you would like to apply to a company and you are asking like um, should you learn more or study more and apply then, or apply like now and maybe you do not get the job, but whatever. And this is something of course I cannot tell you because I cannot, like, I do not know exactly your skill set, but I think if you want, like, if you want to do a student job or a like part-time job, of course you can apply right now. Um, to this studio you are mentioning. Um, of course you learn always. Like if you even if you are employed in a studio, you are learning always. So do not think that you on Sunday you learned everything and you are just applying. It's not the case actually. I learned a lot in the studios I was working on in, uh, and yeah, you can try to apply. Of course, why not? You have nothing to lose, and maybe get some feedback from a coach, from a mentor on your portfolio if it's good enough to apply to a studio. But yeah, why not just apply and see what you get. Maybe you get the chance to know more about this company, this studio. Maybe you get the chance to get an interview, or you get the chance to work with him. Why not? Sure. Just try and see what happens. Actually, you can learn a lot from this process of applying and work on your portfolio a lot. I hope this works out for you. So yeah, like I said, you are nothing to lose actually when you apply. Why not? And show the like the studio what that you have something to offer, like skill set. And I mean, if you have some, of course, not everyone who is confident, like, oh, I have skill set. Actually, many people have no skill at all, and maybe many people have skill, but they cannot show it. This happens a lot as well. So they are not self-confident, and there are so many people who have a lot of self-confidence, even if they are not really good in art or in yeah in art, in character art, whatever. So learn learn how to sell yourself. And selling, by selling I mean like learn how to sell your skill set. I don't mean selling like pieces or so. I hope you get it. Let me place the rest of the teeth. Once I said like to a student of mine, learn how to sell yourself, and he didn't get it how I mean it. So he thought like selling his pieces. Of course not. Of course I mean like selling your service as an employee, or yeah, as an artist. Um, this video will be saved. Yeah, thanks. And I think creating a stylized piece like this is, to my opinion, is a little bit harder to do than a realistic looking thing, because realistic stuff just takes time. Just put more and more and more realistic details on it takes a lot of time. But here it takes a lot of skill actually to develop like where this line is going and what is this line doing and this stuff. So learning stylized characters is much harder actually. Let me auto group and mirror and weld. Okay, as placeholders, this is good enough. And now I'm spending a bit more time because I was reversing my eyes. I was not happy with the eyes, and now I watch for a second try. And maybe I have to have like a better reference for the eye. Maybe a 2D reference for the eyes is not a good idea. Sometimes you get a good um, a good feeling for the eyes, even on a stylus character or on a anime type character. And sometimes it doesn't work for some reason, and you need some other references. What was your first job as a 3D artist? Great question. My first job as a 3D artist, I was for short time. I was in a game studio as a student, but actually it didn't work actually in the studio because it was a small studio which was more like for mobile games and this stuff. It didn't work too much for me and for the studio as well. Then I was employed in the advertisement industry for 10 years. And this was like my uh, first job. I got there as a student, and then I was there making some, yeah, like uh, I had a career there. It was pretty cool actually in the advertisement industry. I know many people do not want to go to the advertisement industry, but actually it was a good like uh, it was a good time actually, and the payment was good enough. I mean, it was actually pretty good. So I stood in the advertisement industry for 10 years before I turned into a, yeah, freelancer, self-employed freelancer. And I enjoy freelancing as well. Something is not working here. Oh no, wait. Yeah, self-employment is pretty cool, but it's actually not easy because you get a lot of like opportunities to work for companies for cool projects. But it's, yeah, like I said, it's not easy to get these projects and to get to this point when you are able to like work on projects on your own. I mean, without a boss who is telling you to do things this way or do things this way. Okay, you have to develop things on your own, and you have to develop your own like um, entrepreneurship skills. So yeah, actually, I have no idea if I entrepreneur. This word is really hard for me. It's not easy to say this word. So I hope I got it right. And yeah, entrepreneurship is not easy to do because you are working on projects, and at this side you have to do taxes and this stuff, and you have to learn this skill set as well. So you are not just an artist, and you do not need just art skills, but you have to have skills in this section as well. So yeah, I think the amount of like stylization, of course, Of course, the mask is not finished. I think from the front, this area here looks still a little bit strange. Let me. Yeah, but this was my first job in the advertisement industry. So when you are more into like technical stuff, like rendering and I don't know, texturing, maybe advertisement industry is good for you. And yeah, like I said, I learned a lot because actually from my education in my um, yeah, from my education, I'm actually more into advertisement industry. I was more educated into this area from my uh, art school, from my college. So I was learning like animation, rendering, lighting, camera work, and all this advertisement industry specific things like yeah, uh, doing commercials. Congratulations with your new project. Thank you. Like I said, I hope it will be a good experience. I already got to know the some of the uh, like lead artist who is supporting me in developing this project, or I'm supporting them. uh, but yeah, really, really kind people. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the kickoff, or not, it was not a kickoff, it was like a briefing. And yeah, pretty cool already. And I'm excited to come back home and maybe to start. I think it will start because we already discussed some details. And yeah, but getting a job in the 3D industry is not easy actually. So when you are a newbie, focus a lot on your portfolio. And yeah, like I said, get some professional feedback for your portfolio. You can get it like from from studios, like on I don't know, on a convention or whatever. Sometimes there are like people who are sitting there and giving you feedback. They are flipping through your portfolio and give you feedback. So yeah, get some professional feedback. I don't like this detail there. I think I think the mask is good. I think there should be like some curvature there. So every single detail, I watch every single detail there, and but it's still not final or whatever. Okay, so it's still pretty pretty loose. You do not feel overwhelmed by having to do something again or redo. No, you have to be able to redo things like the eyes, for example, and do not think when you do client work, you have to redo sometimes the whole character, actually, because I don't know, things change, design changes, or uh, yeah, like like industry standards change, of course. So it can be like you're doing something, and I don't know, in the process the design changes because I don't know, the developers of this game did see something new or a new art style, for example, or not a new art style. I mean, I don't know, like, oh, samurais are in again, like they are a thing again, or maybe they decide like, oh, we want him not to be a samurai, we want him to be a knight, whatever. So it can happen like this, and of course you have to deal with these things, and do not take it personal, like feedback. Do not take it personal. Take it professional, and yeah, tell like, oh, I'm excited to change things, and don't think like, oh, I was working on this and they are not appreciating my work or whatever. Actually, it's not their job to appreciate your work uh, as a client. They are more into like, yeah, we want this or this or this. It's absolutely normal, and it's you have to enjoy the process. Of course, only if you are paid for this job, and this is what I really recommend when you are. I told it already in my last stream. Get paid for your work and figure out how much you can charge for your work. The teeth for the mask. I actually didn't bend them like this. I used this curve. Okay, so you get this curvature, and then I just use move brush to bring it into place like this. So yeah, of course you can bend things, like I use this method a lot. I draw this like transform tool, the on rotation. Then I hold Alt, and then when I rotate, you see like it's rotating just on this like pinching point, like there. Okay, so with Alt, you can you can bend it just on the tip, not like this. So this is something I use a lot, this function. But actually, when you use curves, then you actually do not need to bend too much. And here he has some volume, and it's very important to have this volume because it breaks the symmetry. Okay, so I'm doing symmetry on the sides, but in the middle, I break the symmetry by adding some more details or some more like forms like this. And then I'm adding more like sharp edges there. And work out the hair strands a little bit more like this. Actually, it's no magic. When you have some kind of practice, you will be able to do it. I mean, it will be second nature for you to do these things. Oh, Zenny, sorry if my English is wrong. Actually, my English uh, is not better. It's totally fine because I'm learning English right now. More and more, actually, I am learning English like for a long time already, but I'm learning more and more. So it's absolutely fine. When you understand me, like my English, then yeah, I'm happy. Actually, I have no idea what to do with this band on the hair because actually it doesn't have these details there. It should be more simple, I think. I try another one, like with a cylinder. Yeah, like I said, you have to sometimes you have to redo things. It's don't worry. And ZBrush is of course very forgiving with forms and this stuff. And yeah, just try out things like bigger resolution. I think like this, and then just place like one detail there. Okay, like it's too much. Like this, or yeah, I think more like this. So keep it simple and smooth. Of course, it's not attached directly to the head, or it's penetrating the head. It's not working like this actually, but make it believable. This is the most important thing. Something like this, not too complex. I mean, the shapes are too complex, and you have to figure out. Okay, so this is something you do not know before you figure out. Um, Far Horizons was asking about the background. Let me watch. I think it was this video here. I posted in the chat, then you can watch it, rewatch the video. There I explain this, how I set up the background. I make a quick demonstration how I do it, and yeah, it's actually it's not a layer like you told. It's not a layer. It's this background thing, and I think you find it. Let me see. Uh, I think you find it here. Oh, I hate it sometimes. Let me. Why is it disappearing? It's this tool here. I hope you see it. Yeah, on the stream. It's this tool here. When I hover over, you see here these buttons. It's actually a combination between three tools. I mean, I have my preset here. It's a combination between these tools here then this one, and these ones. Okay, so this preset you can do it on your own, or you can visit my Patreon. I think in the download section, you find these presets here, and I use this preset here, but it's actually this tool here. Okay, and there you load just an image, load image, store image, and I do a demonstration on this video I posted. Yeah, and I explain actually the full process somewhere at the beginning. But if you like, watch the whole video. It helps me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Uh, Difficult word. Um, okay, you have okay. RR Game Studio is asking, can you do marvelous design along ZBrush? And yes, I learned a lot of programs. I do like, I don't know. I learned in my entire career, I learned, I think, about 30 different programs. Many of them I use just for like specific types of advertisement, like some engines you never heard from them. It was like presentation engines, like not game engines. They work similar to game engines, but these are presentation engines. Uh, and of course editing and this stuff. But yeah, Marvelous Designer, I do it for cloth creation, and combined with ZBrush or single. Depends on the needs of the client. I mean, some clients want just the Marvelous Designer model. Um, yeah, it depends always on the needs of the client. But yes, Marvelous Designer I use pretty much actually. Okay, I place the hair a little bit more like it makes sense in in 3 dimensions, so it comes out of this hairband like this. And of course, we need a lot more volume there. Okay, so I have to place more strands like here, like just bigger strands, for example. To fill these holes there. Like this. And here as well. Something like, I would say like this. Okay, so you have to watch for the flow and for like volume. That makes sense for you. for this character. And let me spend some time with this hair, a bit more time with this hair. And I'm streaming already sometime like 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. So the artwork is, of course, not symmetrical. Here, the hair is pretty much flat, but on the other side, it's coming a little bit more out. So you have to figure out what works for your character. And I think you can, of course, create it more asymmetric. I think I do it like on the side. I do it more flat. Make nice, like, sharp edges. And some variation here. Because the when you make a bun, the hair is not like parallel. It's going like in each other, the hair strands. So it creates like very interesting shapes on your stylized hair. So actually, I enjoy hair creation a lot, especially stylized hair. I mean, realistic hair, I never did really realistic hair. But stylized hair is, yeah, a process I enjoy a lot because I can work with flow and I can really like go crazy with many hair strands and this stuff. But it takes a lot of time. This is something you have to enjoy. Yeah, because it's taking a lot of time to create complex hair. And of course, you have to clean the up these strands here. I mean these like wiggly uh, lines there. The hair on him is a little bit more like broken or like in zigzags. So please do not always create like just curves. Okay, it's like part of this art style that is the hair is going in like zigzag curves. So keep this in mind. To create like, yeah, these shapes as well. Okay, I think let's let's have a look at the mask. I think it's slightly too big. I change sometimes to a more white uh, material to see the background a little bit better. And I see that I can create, or I can spend a little bit more time or some time, sorry, some time with the proportions again. And let me see if I can, like, now I have a lot of detail already, and now I can spend a bit time with some detail or some proportions and correct them to match the artwork a bit better. Of course, like it's a uh, how it's called. It's not directly a representation of the artwork, but do it as close as possible. Like I always say. Yeah, push and pull around like this. Juan Bin is on the stream or in the chat. Welcome. You are a little bit late, but uh, I hope you um, you watch my videos as a VOD because I'm getting actually to the end of this piece. I really enjoyed it working on it. Of course, like I said, stylized characters are very, very hard to do. So you have to have a lot of experience. And do not rush this process. Oh, there is a hole, actually. I would have to correct this. Yeah, spend a lot of time with studying anatomy and applying to a piece like this, because translating like a 2D art, a 2D stylized art into 3D stylized art is not easy. But I think for a game like Overwatch or uh, I don't know, maybe Dota for this perspective, or for League of Legends, it's good enough as a like look development. Okay, so it's not a final piece, it's more like look development. Let's see if I missed, or if I sometimes when you match a artwork, uh, it can happen that your ears are too far out or whatever, or too much up. So correct this to realistic proportions. And like back here, same procedure actually. You have to create strands that are going like to the bun there. And the neck, of course, is a little bit short. Of course, it's a not a like hugely built person. So please watch for good references for bodies and this stuff, for anatomy. And yeah, so for a like quick development, like look development, it's pretty okay for I think 2.5 hours. And we have one comment. Um, if you have the time, you can ask the question of, yeah, Kahu. The question is if we should like send a message to the concept artist and ask for permission if we want to create a 3D art from the 2D art. And if you have the time, you can do it. I think it's a like it's a nice thing to do, to ask someone, hey, can I use your piece for my creation? But actually, as long as you are not using it for like for commercial purpose, I think it's okay to to just use it. Yeah, like I said, if you have the time, please ask. If you do not have the time, at least mention this person as a original artwork creator. Unfortunately, I had no name for this piece. I will have a look. Or if you know the original artist, please tell me. I will update um, the video description and will mention this creator, this artist. And yeah, I think no one actually who is creating 2D arts is against that you are creating 3D from their art, because actually they get, of course, notification. Of course, they get like when I am a 2D artist, I am like proud if someone likes my work and yeah, creates a like animatable or a printable piece from it. And I think there is no one who is like, oh, you are not allowed to create 3D art from my 2D art, because actually this is what is actually happening in the industry, and 2D artists um, are like, yeah, thankful for creating 3D art from their pieces. I think no one will tell like, oh, you're not allowed or whatever. Uh, if you're not allowed, okay, okay. So sure, why not? I leave it. I take another piece. So it's your decision as a 2D artist as well. If you want to go this step, like, oh, you're not allowed to do it, because it's actually more like, for me, it's here on YouTube, it's more like a demonstration. It's like I'm not earning anything with this, so uh, I'm not hurting anyone. But if someone is hurt by my channel, of course he can tell it, and I will not work with the art pieces from this particular artist anymore. So yeah, I think it doesn't happen actually, that an 2D artist is telling like, oh, you're not allowed. I think they are proud if you use it and show it like, hey, I did this piece from your artwork. What do you think? Did I like match the original idea or not? So maybe you get a feedback from the original artwork creator. So it's actually, it doesn't make sense for a 2D artist to not willing that you are creating his piece, but actually to be safe, just ask. Like, yeah, okay. So yeah, like I already told, I will be not available for a chat or for on Patreon for 3 weeks. But you still can support me. And of course, you can watch my videos, binge watch them through. It helps me with YouTube, with yeah, the social media thing. If you want, you can, of course, share my videos with others. Um, and yeah, if someone has some questions, of course, in my on my vacation, when I will see like a comment or so, I will be maybe I will answer in my free time. Of course, I will have some free time on vacation as well. So don't hesitate to ask, and or maybe I will take some time on vacation, like on the beach. I will texting or whatever. Um, yeah, and I think I will share some photos maybe from Japan in my in my community tab. So have a look there as well to be informed where I am or what I do. Um, thank you. Uh, yeah, what else? Like and subscribe if I didn't say it 10 times, but then I say it again. Like and subscribe and comment and all this stuff. Thank you for 14K subscriptions. It's awesome for me to reach so many people out there with my work and with my uh, stuff. I'm telling you here. I hope I hope you will join my new videos, new stuff after vacation. Um, no, I will be not available on any social media platforms. Um, just for like texting or whatever. But I will not create any videos for Patreon or YouTube, of course. But after vacation, I'm of course full time available for you. And yeah, like I said, if you want to support support me on every channel uh, every channel of mine. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next live stream, next videos, and yeah. um, Sketch 16 is new on the channel, a little bit late, but I answer your question. Yes, these live videos are available as VODs on my channel, so have a look there on the live tab. Not just the video tab, the live tab, and there are already some live videos available. Unfortunately, the channel is working with these just thumbnails, and some people are missing the live videos. So please have a look in this live tab as well, and there you get already. I don't know how many. I think about 10 or 15 live videos I recorded, or I I sent to YouTube. And yeah, it will be available for you to watch. So yeah. Have fun watching, and I see you in 3 weeks. Bye bye.